Okay, Itamek Skanatani, good morning. It is Monday, September 3rd, 2018, in the latter part of the lunar cycle Pakipist. It's a date to be when the choke cherries ripen. So just after 9 o'clock in the morning, I just had a 5K run. And while I was on my run, I got a phone call back from that same residency where I've been picking up the skunks this week, most of them. Where I picked up the two babies, the mama, and before that, kind of a young adult. Sounds like this one might be another one of the young adults, one of the ones that's actually born when it was supposed to be born this year, unlike those two babies. I was kind of hoping that I'd catch another baby there, but maybe those two are the only two. That would be great. But I am concerned that there's more orphaned little guys around that residence. Any case, I don't know really what's up for today. It's kind of a cool morning, so I haven't checked the weather forecast to see if it's supposed to get hot or what have you. But snakes are in migration. I'm sure we'll probably get a snake call or two, and we'll see what else goes on. Well, hello there. Got yourself in a fix, huh? Yeah, I was taking a little bit of extra precautions today, putting this canvas on. Did not want to get sprayed in the face again like yesterday. Whew. All right, buddy. There you go. There you go. See ya. Alright, it's just noontime now, and got the first snake call of the day. This was a snake that was on the road between Cottonwood and Popson Parks. I think Sherry's over there. Sounds like she's at least got it off the road, and I'll go hike it down into the coulee. She says it's super windy out there on the end of town, and probably though I'll record, I won't do a whole bunch of narration because you probably won't be able to hear me. I can narrate after.
Ryan, I can smell you coming.
Yeah? My vehicle's pretty stinky right now.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
It's just little.
yeah, just a little yearling guy. Cool.
Anyway, so I texted Dave. The reporter said he saw the snake get run over and flip up in the air.
Oh, wow.
So I'm not sure, but it's super bitey. Seems
Yeah.
pretty healthy.
Yeah, he's bitey because he's all
Yeah.
pissed off at being thrown in the air.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Looks like he's moving all right.
and the reporter was really unhappy that it was me and not you.
Oh, sorry.
He's like, "Where's Ryan?"
Oh yeah, he's got a little injury on the belly here.
Does he?
Yep. Yeah, injury on the
yeah,
belly.
he does too.
So, I actually got some polysporin and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So,
Do you want help?
I need a cameraman.
I can do that. Is it on right now?
Yeah, it's on. Yeah. Always, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's brand new too.
Alright, let's get you in the bucket and we'll go let you go. Yeah, I know you're biting. Got that little lid. Can I borrow your bucket?
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna probably blow though. She's gotta go get ready for volleyball.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, well then I don't need to borrow your bucket. I'll just put him in.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got another bucket. I just thought I'm not gonna walk him too far down. Come on.
Poor guy.
All right. Just pulled over in Riverstone, not too far from Cottonwood where I dropped off that snake, because I'm debating with myself about whether or not to leave her there. Sherry said that the caller who had waited for her to get there, saw the snake get hit by another vehicle and the body was tossed in the air. She had 2 lacerations on the belly, which weren't terrible, gaping open or anything like that, but they were wounds. I can't imagine with a vehicle running over you right across the belly like that she wouldn't have substantial internal injuries. Could see when I was dropping her off, I tried to drop her off at Mandy's old den, or Mandy's old den, Mandy's new den, basically, where I relocated Mandy to. But when I dropped her off, you could see she was slowing down compared to what she was like even 2 minutes before, up at the top of the coulee rim, where she was striking and moving quite agilely. But at that point, I'm sure, she had all the adrenaline coursing. Shock was probably setting in, and set in quickly. When I took her off of my hook and she laid on her back and didn't immediately flip herself over, that's a pretty good sign that something's fishy, something's wrong. And if she has internal injury, of course, I can't do anything about it. I can't help her. But what I can do is try to help stave off infection. And as I was pulling away from there, I was thinking to myself, my medical kit I probably need more than polysporin, because, yeah, polysporin it's good to have and put on there, but I worried that, setting her down on the ground, since it was a belly wound, I basically just greased up her belly to collect dirt, which is not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of animals use mud as an antibiotic on wounds. So, I don't know. Maybe what I'll do is the next call out that I get, I'll go check on her and see what the state is. I can't put dressing on a wound of a snake and then leave it out, to go about its way, because it might not ever get that dressing off. The other option, of course, is take her home and doctor her at home, keep the dressing on, and do what we can to keep infection out. Problem with that is that I'm really not supposed to, without that being added special to my permit for this particular case, and I'd have to have a pretty good reason. And yeah, I don't know. So I think, yeah, I'm really torn, because I'm right here. I could go get her. If I come back, she might be gone. She might be in the hole. I'll never get to her. But if she was to go in the hole, that's a good sign. Well, probably I should go back and get her. Because if she's still outside of the hole with this cold wind and stuff like this, and she's struggling, yeah, I'm gonna go get her. So as you saw there, that snake had already departed, probably down the hole, before I returned, and that's at least a good sign. I thought she might still be sitting there, which would not be so good. So I don't know, wishing her all the best, and what is my takeaway from this for next time? I think if I run into that kind of situation, rather than doing the immediate release, I need to do just at least a little bit of monitoring, because what I could have done, even though it's not perfectly legal, but I could have taken the snake, put the antibiotic on it, and put the snake in a more or less a sterile environment for a few days, to see how she does. I could have put like a puppy pee pad in a terrarium bottom kind of thing, so she's not picking up grime, and just monitor for a few days to see what happens, because as it was, I don't know if she's gonna make it. If she doesn't make it, say she dies down there in the den, so what are the other snakes gonna do with that? I mean, I imagine there must be some attrition of snakes over winter inside the dens. Some of them must die once in a while in there. But, when they're just coming back to the dens, I imagine the smell of decomp would probably not be a good thing. Both in terms of predator attraction and, just the safety of the environment for the snakes that are going into brumation. Anyway, those are just my thoughts on what just happened, and try to learn from things like this, you know. Blackfoot. Saying that you made a mistake is not a bad thing. Failing to learn something from that mistake, you know, that's where you got a problem.